How's it going, people? Welcome back. We're here for another match preview. Of course, Arsenal's upcoming game, going away to the Amex Brighton this Saturday, 5:30 kickoff. Of course, we're looking for another away win after a really good performance, really good result against Brentford, of course, yesterday. I'm here with Rory, and guys, the links in the chat. Anyone know what's come on there and have their say about the game, please feel free to. But at the moment, it's just my guy Rory with us. How you doing, man? You all good?
Yeah, I'm all good, bro. Yourself?
Yeah, bro, I'm not too bad, thank you, man. And I just want to quickly, before we get into the preview, obviously I didn't get a chance to talk to you about the game yesterday, but I know you're doing your streams as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you make of that? Just quickly based on yesterday, the 3-1 against Brentford. After going 1-0 down and second half settings, man, we came alive, didn't we?
Yeah, I was very impressed with the performance considering we went 1-0 down against one of the most informed teams at home in the league. And those opening 15 minutes in the second half were absolutely impeccable. And that is pretty much vintage Arsenal from what we saw last season, I'd say, in the second half, where we were just blitzing them in the opening 15 minutes. In the second half, it was just brilliant to see that our attacking players were starting to click. Winery, Partey, just to name a few. I reckon those two were the standouts yesterday, and I think both of them performed really, really well. Calafiori was, I'd say, a bit poor as well.
Yeah,
Again, still not too convinced with him at left back. Ødegaard had an underwhelming game, if I'm being honest. But overall, I just want to focus on the positives. I thought it was a classic away performance after we went 1-0 down, and obviously Jesus bagged another goal. Really, that's 6 goals in 4 games, and hopefully he continues this goal streak at the moment because he's playing well, and hopefully because he is now in the goal scoring form that we all want him to produce. That might increase his value a bit, so we can then sell him for much more money. I don't know. Or is he fighting for a spot in this team? I'm not too sure. But yeah, I thought Jesus had a very good game. Winery, Partey. I thought Partey was man of the match, by the way.
Yeah.
Unbelievable performance. And
once again,
we seem to play better with him in midfield. And I think people need to start respecting how good Thomas Partey is. The only negative and frustrating thing about that game yesterday, and I know we'll get onto it later on, but Timber is suspended for the game after picking up 5 yellows. So, yeah, we're going to have to play Partey as a right back again against bloody Matoma, who's in your thumbnail. Fucking hell. I'm not ready for that, to be honest with you. especially with the way Partey performed the other night, and you have to play him as a right back again. It's hella jarring. But yeah, yesterday was a superb performance. Well, superb performance, I'd say, in the opening 15 minutes. It was, I'd say, a solid professional performance. It wasn't an incredible performance. Obviously, it was just a solid performance, which is what I was expecting, to be honest. I wasn't expecting an incredible performance, just a solid professional performance from Arsenal, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure, man. And big up the chat as well, just quickly before we do start. We've got, obviously, I saw Drew earlier. Big up to you, Drew, as always. We've got Tom, Diamande. Yeah, bro, just click the link. It's pinned to the chat, my friend, and you can come on, man.
By the way, Tom, why is your profile pic blacked out?
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you that for a long time. What's going on, bro?
Big up to Julie as well, every single time, Julie. Hope you're feeling better as well. She says, big up to Rory. She says, hit a like and subscribe, please, guys. Evening to my brother from Belgium as well. Party, my man of the match. Yeah, Party again. You know, I think he's been our best player this season.
Yeah, 100%.
And the LC one year, he looked really good on the right-hand side. But let's get into the preview, man. We're obviously going to start with the recent encounters at the Amex. We actually got a really good record against them playing away from home. It's weird because when they come to the Emirates against us, like they usually give us a really good game in the Emirates. But obviously last season we got that 3-0 win, really good performance there. Then it was that 4-2 where we wore that black kit, and I think it was Ferguson and Matoma scored from them in that game. Then it was a 0-0 draw, and then it was we beat the 1-0 with Lacazette, and then it was when they the 2-1 in lockdown, man. Leno got injured and you had Ty from AOTV, iconic Ty moment.
Yeah, that has to be the most iconic game in like football history, let alone Premier League history.
It was crazy,
because
man.
What makes it funny is Morpie was the one who got Leno injured. Martinez had to be subbed in, obviously. Morpie is French, and who did Argentina play in the final of the World Cup?
Oh,
France.
Yeah.
So all I'm going to say is karma is a bitch.
Karma, yeah.
Or Morpie, to be honest.
And then 18-19, that was on the Emery. I think Aubameyang scored on that one, the 1-1 there. So, I mean, looking at this record, Rory, man, does that give you like confidence going into this game that we've got a decent record against them?
Yeah, well, away from home at least. At home, it's not that great. Obviously, we did the double over them last season, but yeah, it's always difficult to go Brighton away from home. I don't typically like this fixture, especially when Brighton do have firepower up front that I am a bit concerned about. Obviously, they've got Danny Welbeck, who has been phenomenal this season. Is he fit for this game?
He's injured, unfortunately. Well, I say unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately for them, he's injured, yeah.
Is he still injured? So they'll have to go with Ferguson now and João Pedro.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, João Pedro, I'd say he's a brilliant footballer, but an absolute dickhead of a man. I can't even lie. Like, obviously in the reverse fixture at the Emirates, like, he should have been booked after kicking the ball away. And then, obviously, he was involved in that incident when they played Brentford. I mean, how the fuck did he not get sent off? So he should have been suspended for this game. He's very lucky that he didn't get sent off for it, only because he didn't make contact. That's the whole reason why he didn't get sent off. But yeah, I'm not too sure in terms of like going into this game because of the injuries and the suspensions that we have going into this one. But with the away record against Brighton, like we've not lost there since lockdown. I don't think anyway. I think that was the last time we lost Brighton away from home.
Yeah, lockdown, yeah. Last time, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it does fill me with confidence, but they're always a threat on the counter, which is very, very concerning. And without Timber, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, for sure, man. 100% agree there. Obviously, let's quickly just go back to, as you said earlier, with the reverse fixture this season. It was obviously the 1-1. Frustrating game it was. Obviously, we saw Rice got sent off, and that's
Yeah.
what changed the game. 'Cause I thought we played decent. I think we obviously took the lead, didn't we? And then Rice got the sent off, and then the game completely changed. But what did you quickly make of that game at the Emirates? Obviously, that 1-1.
Yeah, so much controversy throughout that game. Obviously, like first half, I thought we were in control. Havertz put us 1-0 up, and I was fairly confident that we are going to kill it off in the second. But then the ref ultimately changed the game. Chris Kavanagh, coincidentally. I still stand by that was not a red card. It was a second yellow, wasn't it? It was already on a second yellow. He was already, on a yellow, and I still stand by that was not. I wouldn't say it's corruption, but it's a scandalous decision, is what I'm trying to say, because the guy tapped it 1 yard and he got sent off for it. Whereas we've seen so many fucking times this season players kicking the ball away and not getting penalised. So I'm almost. I don't really want to get into, referees, but I've just got a feeling these referees sort of re-refereed a game, if that makes sense. Like, we're always officiated differently. Like, say with Sabozlai, for instance, like he kicked the ball away at one stage in the same game week, and he didn't get sent off for it after he was on a booking. So, yeah, although the second yellow was harsh, and I still don't think that was a second yellow, I think we still have ourselves to blame, because I think the goal could have easily been preventable, because we were down to 10 men and it was our opportunity to sort of hold on to a 1-0 lead. Simultaneously, we had chances in that game whilst we were down to 10 men. So I sort of blame ourselves for not winning that game, but the referee ultimately changed the game on its head, if that makes sense, because ultimately we got a man sent off, which wasn't a second yellow, and that's been the problem this season: consistency with these referees. So on one hand, I blame Arsenal for the draw, like the reverse fixture, but on the other hand, obviously the referee is a major talking point. And yeah, I think Chris Kavanagh, as we're speaking now, is still, an England. Yeah, he's still an English official at the moment, isn't he? He's still officiating in the Premier League. So
Mad.
yeah, I don't know. That game was baffling and so frustrating as well. Like I don't think I don't think I've gone through as many weeks as I have done thinking about a game, because that was one of them, 100%, when we drew that, because so many things occurred during that game, and it was just it felt like a loss to me. It really did.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. It's just, once again, though, I mean, just looking at when we played them at the Emirates, as we said earlier, like they always seem to get some good results against us at Emirates. Remember,
Yeah.
the obviously, we dropped points them this season, but they gave us a good game, I thought. And then it was the that 3-0 as well. We got absolutely battered by them when Caicedo played right for them as well. And then the 2-1 as well that they beat us. And then the 1-1 on the Emery, like there's always been like a side. And now I think we lost 2-1 to them on the Freddie Lundberg. When it comes to the Emirates,
Yeah, we did.
like, we have an awful record against them. But when you flip it on the other side, we go away from home. We actually are more better away from home when we play against Brighton. So, that could be a factor going into this one. But what's happened there? Hold on. Let's talk about them. Obviously, this season they currently sit 10th place in the Premier League. They have in the last 5 games they've not lost. They've not won in their last 5 games though. The thing that lets them down the most is their draws. So they've got they've got 9 draws this season, lost 4 times and only won 6. So that's the thing that for Brighton there really. Obviously they have that new manager as well. I didn't know anything about him. I think he's like one of the youngest managers in the Premier League.
Yeah.
In Fabian Hurtzler. But obviously they got rid of the Zerbi. He went to Marseille, and they got Hurtzler in. I don't think he's done too bad of a job. I mean, they're on 27 points, so you know, if the worst comes to worst and they beat us, and they're gonna go seventh place. You know, if the results go their way, they'll be 1 point behind Man City. So I don't think they're having a bad season by any means. But obviously, Brighton's decided, even like when they had Graham Potter as well, he did a good job with them. De Zerbi did decent with them as well to get them European football. And I think they've always been a side ever since they came up. You know, they've sort of been that side that have gone. You know, they're sort of like solidify themselves in the Premier League. To be honest, you know, sometimes they push to Europe, sometimes they just have an off season. But they're always that decent side who can cause you an upset. But what have you really made of them this season, in your opinion, man?
Yeah, I thought they started the season really well. I think lately they've not really been on good form. I think they've picked up a couple of poor results. But on the other hand, I think most of their players have really performed this season. I honestly don't know how they do it, to be honest. They let go of players, but then they replace them with other talents. It's just incredible, their recruitment at the moment. It really is. Obviously, Danny Welbeck's been banging in goals. He's still injured. Obviously, who else? I swear someone else is injured for them. I don't. Is it just Welbeck or is it someone
Nah,
else?
they have a bunch of injuries. I'm going to go through in
Oh,
the next.
have they?
Yeah, they've
Crap.
got a few out, quite a few players out. To be fair.
Yeah. But Danny Welbeck's definitely one of them, as I've just heard. Matoma has been brilliant this season. But I've got to give a special mention to Carlos Baleba as well.
Yeah,
He's been quality this season. I've never seen a defensive midfielder doing stepovers before. The clips I've seen of him, I'm like, raw, is this guy a defensive midfielder?
Will you take him
I
at
mean,
Arsenal?
100%. I'd take him over Moreno, 100%.
Does he play in a 6 though, or is he an 8?
Yeah, he plays as the 6, but I'd say you go Baleba, Declan Rice, and then Erdegaard. So you still play Rice in the 8, but almost like a double pivot. Don't play Declan Rice in like a Gerrard or a Lampard role. Play him as like a double pivot alongside Baleba. For me, he is the Thomas Partey replacement, 100%, if we are planning on letting go of Thomas Partey for free in the summer. So I'd 100% take Baleba at Arsenal. I mean, they've gone from Basuma to Caicedo to then Baleba. I mean, considering I swear the guy was a squad player last season at best.
Yeah.
And he's coming this season and he's one of their most important players. I think Verbruggen's been really good in goal. I think I like oh my days, what's his name? Van Hecke, the centre back. I like him. I think he's talented. Lewis Dunk, I don't really rate too much, to be honest. Yeah, I think he's bang average. But yeah, obviously, João Pedro is always a threat. I do like him as a footballer, not as a person. But yeah, they've got a good all-round team. Also, they've got experience in there as well. Experience heads the likes of Milner, and does Milner still plays there, right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah. I swear, I've not seen Milner play this season for Brighton. Has he been injured or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
But they've also got Estupinian as well. I don't know what's happened to him, to be honest. I think 2 seasons ago he was one of the best left backs in the league.
Yeah.
And I think so far this season, obviously he did get an injury not so long ago, so he's obviously. I mean, he's not really expected to be the same player as he once was, but they've got a good team. But I think their manager is a bit inexperienced. I think they could have done a lot better. Not to say Herzler is a terrible manager and he's done a terrible job. It's just in these games where you need to get over the line. I don't know if he's the guy. And look, I'm not expecting Brighton to reach the European places and win trophies in it because they are a small club. Let's have it right. But you expect like progress from where they were. Like they were in Europe last season. Yeah. So I would have expected them to at least, give us some progress. Not to necessarily win trophies, but to progress. And I don't know if Herzler is the guy to take them forward, but they've got a good team. and they are very dangerous at times on their day. And I think Ruta as well, their new signing this summer, is a decent player as well. I think he's in their first team as well, or he might be a bench player. And Evan Ferguson, I still don't entirely rate him. I keep hearing Arsenal fans wanting him in the summer and in January. I'm not a fan. I know he's young still, but this is why I think Arsenal should just leave it when it comes to youth prospects.
Yeah.
Because we're not at that stage anymore. So I think they've got a good team, and they've had, I'd say, a mixed bag of results. Obviously, they came back
beat
from
Man
2-0
City
down against Tottenham, didn't they? So
yeah, they beat Tottenham 3-2. They went away to St James's and beat them 1-0 at
they
Newcastle.
beat Man City at their ground
Beat
as
Man
well.
City, yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
they've
so
had some decent.
they've got some good results.
So yeah, there we go. That is Brighton. This
Did
season.
they beat Man United as well? Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Didn't
they did. They did.
The season.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to say Man United are any good, and anyone can beat them, but still, like for a club like Brighton, I think, they've done all right against the Big Six so far this season. It's safe to say. So this is why I am a bit cautious about this game at the moment. Not only they are our bogey side, but they're a very, very talented team going forward. And I like their midfielders as well. I really do.
Yeah.
I can't remember the top of my head who else they've got in the midfield.
Let me have a
the
look.
Labour, there's someone else I'm forgetting. O'Reilly from Celtic, is that him?
O'Reilly.
Yeah, I think they've got Hinchelwood as well, who's a talented young player. So, yeah, I mean, Brighton have never really relied on like experience. They're almost like they're almost like Arsenal from 2 years ago, like Project Youth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, they always want to invest in the youth, and I think Brighton has always been a cool club. Like I think if I don't support Arsenal, I would probably support Brighton because they're a team that you just cannot hate.
Yeah, and they're a very well run club as well, man. Like how they
Yeah,
do business.
very.
I know they get money for players as well, and how they attract players and how they develop players is crazy.
Also, didn't they beat Villa as well away from home? I swear they played Villa once.
No, they drew 2-2 of them in the end.
Oh, 2-2, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-2. So they got a point against Villa. So there's another tough game that they managed to get a result. So yeah, I really like Brighton, and I think no like hard feelings against them. It's just I want to beat them at the weekend because I just hate the fact they are our bogey side. They're pretty much I'd say they're our Swansea. Remember over the years we had struggles against Swansea. Oh my God. I hated going to the Liberty Stadium.
Oh.
Yeah, remember when Montero flipping terrorised Chambers? Oh my God. He even came out himself and said, Christ, that was one of the worst nights of my life.
Really?
Yeah,
Jeez.
well, not in his life, obviously, but in his like career.
Yeah,
worst game in his career against bloody Montero because he was rapid, and we lost 2-1 that day. I think it was in 2015. So, yeah, Brighton are almost that team. So it's going to be difficult.
The thing is though, like as I said earlier, they've not won a game in 5, so they're going on a bit of they're in some bad form. They're in some really bad form. So
but the thing is with Arsenal, right? I've seen Brighton on bad form on numerous occasions until they face Arsenal. Like I remember 2 seasons ago when they were under Graham Potter, and they hadn't won a game in 7, and they rocked up to the Emirates and beat us 2-1. So
exactly.
I don't know. Every time Brighton are on a bad run of form, we always seem to give them a result. Sorry, to sort of get their what do you call it, momentum going again. Like it is frustrating at times. Hopefully that's not the case this weekend, or else, we could be in the gutter. We really could be, and that could be the title gone. Because I don't think we could afford to drop any more points
No way.
at the moment. No way.
Exactly. Just quickly, big up to Ryan, who's just tuning in as well from Huddersfield Town Fan TV. He says, "I like." How do you pronounce his name as well?
Belabor, I think.
Belieber.
Belabor, yeah.
Oh, Belabor. Okay. And he says O'Reilly. I think they signed him from Celtic. He's
a good player
as well. Their defense is a bit dicey. I think dicey. I don't know what he means. Maybe a bit shaky. Brighton, a fantastically well-run club. Credits to the Premier League. They're a joy to watch. 100%. Mel says hi, Roy. Big up to Mel. Most teams turns off against us after a bad run.
Yeah. Brighton's one of them, as I just mentioned.
Yeah, hundreds. Right,
let's get into the relegation zone, and we've lost to them. I swear, I know we had our worst team back then, but I swear we picked up more results against the best Brighton team we've seen in decades than the worst Brighton team that's playing in the Premier League. Like, how mad is that?
Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy. Let's get into, I think, team news next. So these are just what I'm going off of the injury. So obviously for Arsenal, as we said earlier, Timber got his 5th yellow card, so he's gonna be suspended for the game. He'll be missing the game. People, we'll talk more about the lineup, what we'll do, obviously later on. Obviously Ben White, we know, so with his operation, he had a knee injury. We know Saka. Obviously, Havertz may be doubtful because of illness, but he may have recovered. Surely he's got to recover by this game, do you think, of Havertz?
I don't know, because sometimes with illnesses, right, it can take 2 or 3 days to properly recover. And in a game like this, even if he has recovered, would he be ready?
Probably not,
I don't know.
Being honest, yeah.
I don't think he'll be thrown straight back into the deep end in this sort of game if he's only just recovered.
Yeah. Sterling, obviously, as we know, still got a knock. And Tommy Asu, I don't know what's happening to Tommy. I don't know what's happening with this guy. I don't know if you saw the picture. This guy's posting of himself going on holidays and everything. Like, man's on vacation. Like, what's going on?
You know what? It gives me Torreira vibes,
Yeah, man. Oh, mate. It just doesn't work out, Tommy Asu, man.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's a bad player either.
Right. It doesn't seem right that Tierney's played more minutes than him so far this season.
Yeah.
Like, I still cannot get over the fact that has happened. When Tommy Asu, I'd say, had a very good season last season. So far this year, Tierney, who was on loan last season, and bear in mind, Tierney got injured in the Euros, for God's sake, and he's been out for 5 months, and he still played before Tommy Asu.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, Bukayo Saka, who's out for, I'd say, he's out for like 2 or 3 months, isn't he? It honestly won't surprise me if Saka comes back after 2 or 3 months and plays a game before Tommy Asu. It's actually mad.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, Brighton's obviously, as I said, they've got a list of injuries right now. Danny Welbeck's got an injury. He's not going to be back till the end of the month, apparently.
Oh, Jesus.
A guy called Gomez for them. He's out, lack of fitness. Evan Ferguson, he's out.
Oh, he's out as well.
With an ankle injury. He's not back till February. Ferdi Kadaloglu, they signed from Fenerbahce, I think the Turkish guy. He's out.
Oh, yeah, him.
Jack Hinshelwood, he's out with a knee injury as well.
Oh.
James Milner's out with a hamstring injury.
Oh, right.
Wiffer? He's out with a thigh injury. And then Wieffer? Wiffer? I don't know how you say his name. But yeah, he's out with a thigh injury for them. And then Estupiñán, he's illness as well. So he's going to be doubtful.
So they're going to play at left back then?
They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've got 8 players out, man.
Yeah. I forgot to bring up Minter as well. I don't know if I rate him, to be honest. He's got pretty much like all the pace in the world, but he has no end product. Like every time I've watched him play, I don't know. He's rapid, but in front of goal, he's absolute pants. I can't even lie.
What
So
about Adringa as well? The Ivory Coast.
Adingra, yeah, we were linked with him. I believe was it last January? We were linked with
Yeah.
Adingra. So yeah, again, not too sure about him coming to Arsenal. Again, another player who is rapid, but again, no real end product.
Yeah, that's true, to be fair. That is true there. So, yeah, that is all the team news there, guys, which is interesting. Brighton are missing some big players.
Yeah.
So, we, to be fair, as well. Now, my next slide was, we've already mentioned some of their key players, but these are the ones I chose. I chose Matoma. I remember him at the Emirates this season. He gave us a few problems, to be fair. Overall, decent player. I put Pedro in there as well. 4 goals, 5 assists for them. I think he had a very strong start to the season for them. So, yeah, he caused you some problems. And then, yeah, this is that Baleba guy, right? I put there as well. Yeah, so...
Obviously, I can't see his face because the live thing is in the way. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was Ruter at first because it actually looks like Ruter. But yeah, I agree. But Baleba's one of their standout players. He's been one of their best performers. I think Verbruggen's got a shout. I think he's been brilliant for Brighton. Yeah, he's been brilliant for Brighton this season. I'm trying to think of who else.
So I've got their predicted lineup. This is what a Brighton fan page has put on there. Apparently they're going to play Verbruggen in goal, Lamptey at right back, Van Heckel and Lewis Dunk, the 2 centre backs. This guy called Igor will have to go left back for them. Then it'll be Baleba in the midfield alongside this guy called Aweri, number 26 for them. I don't know who that guy is. Never heard of him before.
O'Reilly itself.
Yeah. No. Ayari. Number 26. I've never heard of him before.
I've heard of the name, but I've got no clue who he is.
Then they're gonna play apparently that Paraguayan guy, Enciso, I think his name is.
Oh yeah, him.
I
forgot to mention him, to be honest.
And then the winners will be most likely Matoma and Adringa, and then João Pedro will lead the line for them apparently. So they play a 4-2-3-1 sort of formation against us. Was interesting, man. Because most teams, I mean, just quickly, how do you see them approaching the game? Do you think they'll play the low block at home against us?
Nah, because every time I've watched Brighton, like I remember when we went 4-1 up against Brighton 2 seasons ago, when we beat them 4-2, and they were still attacking.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, bro, I thought at first that we were actually going to bottle a 4-1 lead because Brighton were threatening non-stop because they bagged I think it was the first goal from Matoma. Then they got another one through. I can't remember who scored the second. Was it Evan Ferguson or someone? I can't remember the top of my head. And then when we made it 4-1, they literally went straight down the other end and made it 4-3. So
and then they got disallowed, didn't it? The goal.
Yeah. So honestly, I've never seen Brighton play a low block since they've been like in the Premier League. Under these sort of managers, like attacking-minded managers, I just don't see them. Especially when they're at home, they're going to give us a run for our money. So, yeah, there's no way they're going to sit in a low block, which could benefit us.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I think it will. So yeah, my next slide is a prediction, but I'm going to save the predictions for later because we're going to go to do the Arsenal lineup, predicted lineup wise. So. Let's get into this. Right, that's cool. So yeah, goalkeeper's obviously going to be Raya, right?
Raya, 100%.
By the way, what do you make of him about his performance against Brentford? Because he made that, he almost missed the ball, didn't he, on their second chance? And he made a really good save after that.
You know what? It was giving me bad memories of a certain goalkeeper. You know who I'm thinking of, right?
Oh.
It's like at half time, it was like a scene from Scooby-Doo. It's Runnison, isn't it? So now let's stick Raya back in goal for the second half, shall we? Because second half, it has to be said, the distribution was brilliant. Like
Yeah.
that throw was mad in the second half. First half, though, he was all over the place. Like the first goal, I think he should have done better. That's his near post. And then he had that moment where, oh my God, to be fair, he did very well to recover, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, hundreds.
I don't know whether it was because it was his old club or I don't know.
Yeah, old club as well, weren't it? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Why
that's
is it
the
always
first
with the
time he's
late
come
pick?
up against his
Yeah,
old club as well. Since moving to Arsenal, because we had him on loan last season and Ramsdale to play both games. But yeah, he almost gave me a heart attack. But second half, he was a lot better with his handling and distribution. So yeah.
yeah, for sure. Rare goes in goal. Now, what do we do with the right back situation, man? Because we have no one there.
I mean, we have no one but Thomas Partey to play there.
Calafiori played there at right back against PSG, to be fair. But would you really play him at right back again? Probably.
Who played right back?
Do you remember against PSG? Calafiori played the second half right back.
Yeah, he did.
Or it's one of the youth players like Nichols coming in.
Nah.
I don't see him playing so many youngsters, man.
You know what? Obviously, Mikel won't do this, but I would much rather see Lewis Skelly playing as a right back than Thomas Partey after his performance last night. Because Lewis Skelly can actually invert on his favoured left side. So I'd much rather us play Lewis Skelly there than take out Thomas Partey in midfield, because we all know what Partey's capable of in midfield. So I reckon I would personally play Lewis Skelly at right back, but again,
how about going free at the back though? I know he'll never do this, but Calafiori as a centre back, I've been dying to see him play centre back.
But who's going to play right wing back though?
Yeah, exactly. Then it's a question.
Who's going to play right wing back?
Like we're Inter Milan or something.
Yeah, we're not going to play Wineri as a right wing back, are we?
Yeah, that's the issue with him, man. And he'll never. It's his system. He'll never change the formation for me. Like no way.
When was the last time he changed the formation? I think it was back in lockdown, wasn't it?
When we won the FA Cup, you know.
Yeah, he played three at the back, didn't he?
That was the week
battered. Yeah, after we got battered 3-0 by Aston Villa, he started changing to like a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3.
Yeah,
that's the only time I remember him changing the formation.
Yeah, and obviously that FA Cup win as well, which is in the final one. Was it the final we played a back three or the semi-final?
Yeah, we played a back three against Chelsea and in the game against Man City.
Yeah, so I think you and I both know. I think everyone knows he's going to go Partey.
We're going to have to.
We're going to have to, yeah.
Against Matoma as well, it's just not ideal.
Did he not play Partey against him at the Emirates this season? Or was that someone else at right back?
No, it was Ben White, wasn't it?
Oh, sorry, it's Ben White. Of course it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and Timber played left back.
Timber was at left back, yeah. So, right, yeah. Partey right back. Two CBs obviously going to be Saliba.
Yeah, Saliba, Gabriel.
Now left back. Do you go Calafiori again or do you go Lewis Skelly?
I'm going to go Lewis Skelly because I thought Calafiori... I don't think he's ready yet. Not to say he's not ready for the Premier League, but I don't think he's ready for a game like this when he's just come back from an injury. And Lewis Skelly did nothing wrong for starters to be dropped. So I'd start Lewis Skelly for this one.
Yeah, I don't think he should have been dropped anyway in the Premier League.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he was... he's been playing really well there. And Calafiori, I thought, was poor, man. I'll be honest. Even in possession as well. At times he was sloppy, I thought.
Yeah, in the first half.
Yeah. So...
I mean, he's such a confusing player at times. Like, yes, I know it's his... Like, it's not really his, like, favourable position. But I don't understand. Like, he's so good on the ball. he's good defensively, but like when it comes to his positional awareness, I'm like, where are you going at times? I
Yeah.
mean, how can you be good defensively, but so suspect when it comes to like your positional awareness? Like, I don't understand how we can be that poor when it comes to his positional awareness, but he can be so good defensively. And you can tell he's an aggressive player. Like, he gets stuck in, and I like that. But I think there's times where I'm like, just chill out, bro. And look, he's still young, and I think he will get better. I remember when Gabriel was like this when he first came in. He was
That's true,
so
man.
rash.
Yeah,
And I
that's
think,
very true.
yeah, after a second season, I think that's when we'll properly judge him, because he didn't really have a pre-season, did he? Like, he sort of came in when we played, I think it was Lyon in the Emirates Cup, or was it Bayer Leverkusen? I can't remember. But yeah, he didn't really have a proper like pre-season. Like, I know he signed like when pre-season was happening and when Arsenal was still in US, but he didn't play any of the games in the US tour.
No, he didn't.
So I think I think Calafiori will get better, but at the moment he's definitely raw. He is a raw talent at the moment.
Yeah. So yeah, Lewis Kelly, Gabriel Saliba, Partey's the back four guys. Now midfield. So obviously Partey's at right back, so he can't play in the six. It's got to be
Oh,
right, surely.
It's gonna have to be Rice, Moreno, and Erdegaard.
You wouldn't play Jorginho for this game.
You know what? That's a good shout. But
I mean, like,
obviously,
I know he scored the goal, Marino, but what do you make of him overall against Brentford?
yeah, I look at him at the moment, and I don't really see anything different between him and El Neni. That's just me. Like, he's someone to come in and
Yeah.
he can do a job in it. Like, he's a £35 million player at best, and I guess he's someone to throw on if you need a goal, because he's got that height and we can whip crosses in. And I know Saka's injured at the moment, but he's capable of whipping a ball into the box to Moreno's bonds. So I think overall he's a £35 million player, isn't he? And it's worrying because that's Arteta's signing, and he's 28 years of age, and yeah, he's a player who's just going to come in, play the ball sideways, backwards. Someone just to keep things ticking in midfield. I don't think he's a replacement for Granit Xhaka.
No way,
Because
yeah.
when you look at his personality, like, yeah, it's not even close to Granit Xhaka, because Granit Xhaka will get into your head. That's one thing you can say about Granit Xhaka. Okay, that's one thing you can take away from Granit Xhaka, and the fact he can get in your head. He can really get under your skin. Whereas Moreno's that calm guy, in it, the chill guy. You know what I'm saying? He's just going to come in and just do a job. He'll probably put the odd 6 or 7 out of 10 in. And I can tell Mikel Arteta really does value him, but yeah, I'm still not too sure about that signing. Obviously, I'll give him until the end of the season.
Yeah, of course.
I'll give him obviously a pre-season next season, because obviously he hasn't had a pre-season with Arsenal, because we were dwelling on that transfer for so long. So I will still give him time, but at the moment, yeah, nothing, nothing to show from Moreno at the moment. I think he's still a good player, but again, just he is bang average at the moment. He is, but I've still, got room for Moreno. I still do, and I'm willing to give him an opportunity until the wheels fall off. But I don't know. At the moment, that transfer's not really looking promising. But he scored to put us 2-1 up. So
yeah,
if you're scoring goals, then yeah, I don't really care, to be honest. Because all I care about is winning football matches. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man. Exactly. Have you seen the Kubo links? People were saying
Cuba.
Arsenal. Yeah, from Sociedad. Arsenal
You know
considering.
what? I rate Cuba, you know. I think he's a good player.
We're apparently going to bid 60 million for Kubo though. He's been named. He's been named the Japanese Messi. That's bad.
But yeah, he's a good player, though. I
He's a
really
good
like
player.
the look of Cuba. But I don't know. As you
60
said in the
million,
chat,
man.
like, we're trying to sign the whole Real Sociedad squad. Like, everyone but Zubamendi.
Yeah,
Pretty
exactly.
everyone at Real Sociedad but Zubamendi. That's just hilarious.
And we're trying to get and we're trying to get their director as well, Ollie.
Oh yeah. To be fair, their director is decent, so I'm willing to take a lobby. To be honest,
If he brings Mendy, yeah, sure, why not?
But
yeah.
I don't know, because that means we'll have to see Rice in the 8 again.
Oh no, it's a 55 million release clause. Okay, so there we go. He's got release clause, 55 mil.
Most of these players that we are linked with have release clauses. Like Nico Williams has got a 50 million release clause as well.
Yeah, he does. I saw that. I spoke about that today. Yeah, he's got 50.
Although, look, in regards to Mikel Moreno, right? If Havertz is fit, like he's fit enough to start and he's recovered well, he will start in midfield alongside Rice and Ødegaard, won't he? Definitely, because
100%.
There's no way he's going to drop Havertz. There's just no way.
No. And that's what you need to know, man. He's still trying to play Havertz midfield over Marino. Big up Lee, by the way. You change your art. I like it, man. I like the new name, the Arsenal Alliance. Nice one, man. Big up yourself, Lee, my friend. Keep up the great work.
Also, another thing about Moreno, I think
Yeah.
Granit Xhaka, one thing about him, yes, we can say he was slow and shit, but I think another thing, sorry, I can take away from Xhaka is he will unleash one. He's willing to actually shoot. He's willing to lace one for the team. Hence why he scored plenty of bangers when he was at Arsenal. So I think that's what we are missing at the moment, just a midfielder that isn't afraid to shoot from the edge of the box. Almost like Partey yesterday. He was like, fuck it, I ain't passing backwards. Let me just lace one and see what happens. And funny enough, we actually scored from it. But Xhaka would always be willing to pull the trigger. Moreno, as I just said, he's the sort of guy to keep things ticking. He's not a guy to unleash shots from 60 yards out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I think that is the difference between him and Xhaka, in my opinion. That Xhaka was actually willing to pull the trigger, whereas Moreno isn't that sort of guy. I wouldn't say Xhaka was always loved, because
I still think we miss him, bro. Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, we do in the last 2 years.
Yeah,
but it's our fault for not replacing him.
Exactly.
I mean, we should be prioritizing a midfielder that is, I'd say, in the similar profile to Granit Xhaka. Right? It doesn't need to be at his age, but obviously a younger version. And I think obviously Arteta's looking for that 6, though, to sort of almost like that Gravenberch and Caicedo type, you know what I'm saying, that can break the lines like Partey's doing at the moment. I think that's what Arteta wants. He wanted Rice, and he's clearly seen, right, that's not working. Which I don't understand what he's been seeing, because Rice is clearly better in the 6. He was one of the best 6s in the league last season. So
yeah,
you know what? I mean, is this what Arteta would do, or what we would do?
Let's do what we would do first.
Yeah. Jorginho's a shout, to be honest, because we played Jorginho away at Brighton last season and he bagged an assist.
We did.
He got an assist. So, yeah, I think putting Jorginho in there would provide better balance. We've seen it lately with Jorginho and Rice.
Yeah.
Not just Jorginho and Rice, but Jorginho, Rice, and Ødegaard. That midfield has worked. I don't think we've seen it at all this season. I don't think
No,
we've seen Rice, Jorginho, and Ødegaard.
no, I don't think we have. But it worked really well last season, to be fair, man, in a few games. Majority of the games that they played, when Partey was out injured, like the Liverpools and Newcastles, I thought it worked really well.
Only difference being Thomas Partey had to play left back, right back. Sorry.
Right back. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing is, like, Partey, for me, he's been our best player this season. And I don't know if you saw the links with Barcelona,
Yeah.
But he's got 1 year left in his contract. This is his last. If we can't let this guy go on a free, man. Or if we do,
it expires this summer, though.
Yeah, it does. Like, you have to make a decision: either get money for the guy or keep him. I'll keep him personally because I don't think there's many midfielders out there right now that is on his level. Like, that's not me being arrogant about him. I just think he's that quality when he's fully fit as well.
If he performs at this level from now until the end of the season and he manages to stay fit, then we've got to sign him on a 1 or 2 year contract extension, 100%.
Yeah, 100. So yeah, Jorginho and Rice in the midfield. Then obviously it's going to be Ødegaard in front of them. I think that's no. Even though Ødegaard, I mean, he looks. It looks to me like he's in the recent games. He's been underwhelming, man. Maybe because
I think he's knackered.
Yeah.
He's just come back again from a 3-month injury, and we've thrown him into the deep end. Yes, he had 3 or 4 games where he was absolutely unplayable, but he's going to have games as well where he's struggling to sort of keep up with the pace of the Premier League at the moment because he's just come back from an injury. Hence why I think we need an Olmo. We need an Olmo.
Will Rice be in the 8 and will Jorginho be in the 6?
Yeah, Rice will be in the 8 and Jorginho will be in the 6.
Yeah, just checking. Nice.
But yeah, as I was saying, I think this is why we do need an Olmo in January to sort of give Ødegaard that comfort space.
Yeah, 100. Yes, on an Olmo in, man. On a free, hopefully, if they don't sign him on.
I mean, I was hearing that if they don't register Olmo, soon enough, he can't represent his country.
Oh, that's mad.
Yeah, so he can't represent his country if Barcelona have not registered him. So the longer this drags out for, Olmo's obviously going to look at the situation and go, yeah, I'm going to have to get myself out of here.
Yeah.
This is what someone was telling me. I uploaded a TikTok earlier, and someone in my comment section went, Olmo wants to stay at Barcelona, which, I mean, why wouldn't you stay at Barcelona? Like, it's a good opportunity for you to sign for one of the biggest clubs in the world, right?
Yeah.
But he's not being registered, and at the moment he's a free agent, and after hearing that because he's not being registered, he can't then represent his country because he's not playing for anyone. He's not being paid by anyone as well.
Yeah.
So he's going to want out in January otherwise. So that's why that's a no-brainer for me. And that's where we can give Ødegaard a rest. Because I'm just sick and tired of us throwing players into the deep end after, they've just come back from injuries. Like, no doubt when Saka comes back from his injury and after picking up surgery, what's the manager going to do? Throw Saka back into the deep end because it's Bukayo Saka. He's not going to think for 1 second, I need to manage him really well.
Yeah. The thing is as well, like, I mean, Wanyeri was that guy, but we're going to have to play on the right wing, so we can't even rest him for Wanyeri, can we? We're going to play Wanyeri there because he's going to be on the right. So we have literally no one else to rest him for. That's a problem.
Yeah, unless if we sign a right winger in January.
Yeah, exactly. And then
or someone who can play on the right and left. That's who we need.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Ødegaard, Rice, Jorginho in the midfield. So the front three on the right, I reckon we'll go Wanyeri again, man.
Yeah, we should go with Wineri 100%.
Wanyeri, and then obviously Havertz won't be available for this one, so we Jesus down the middle.
Well, he might be available.
I still got Jesus. He scored again, didn't he?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Fire for us recently. Now the left, do you go Trossard, Dino against his former club, or do you stick Martinelli? I mean, Martinelli scored, didn't he, as well?
It's gonna be Trossard, ain't it?
Former club settings.
No, because 1 week it's Martinelli, next week is gonna be Trossard, next week is gonna be Martinelli again, next week is gonna be Trossard. It's honestly like a domino. You just don't know who's gonna play as that left winger. What Arteta would do, because as you said, old club in it, and the fact he scored against them last season, he'll probably go Trossard, and the fact he played him early on in the season against Brighton, funnily enough, I can see it happening, you know. But I'd go Martinelli, but
yeah, I'll go Martinelli.
It honestly won't surprise me if he goes to Trossard, because every fucking game it's Trossard, Martinelli, Trossard, Martinelli, Trossard, Martinelli. It's just no one can seem to hold that left wing position down.
No.
And it's frustrating.
That's the problem, because you look on the right and we've got someone like Saka there. He's going to play week in, week out.
Yeah, we have no one on the left-hand side.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the problem. That's the front three there. This is what we would do. Arteta would probably... I reckon, obviously, Partey at right back, yeah, Saliba. I think he may go with the same defence than we have.
Yeah.
Midfield may change. He may go Marino in there, to be fair.
Yeah, right. I think he will. If it's not Marino and Havertz is fit, he'll go with him in midfield.
Yeah. So, there we go.
But the thing is, I don't know if he'll start Wineri, you know, if Havertz is fit. He might go Havertz through the middle and Jesus on the right.
Yeah, possibly.
So that's another option. I think the only reason why Wineri played the other night was because Havertz was not available.
Yeah. Tom quickly says about the Xhaka comment, although Marino isn't that kind of guy to start a fight like Xhaka. Wait, have you already gone through this comment? I swear
I was referring to Moreno like it doesn't really take many risks. And the fact that he doesn't lace one when we need him to. Like, there was a point in the Brentford game where the ball fell to him in like the 18-yard box and he went for a pass. It's like an FC25 game where the ball falls to you and you accidentally press the X button and oh shit. You should have pressed fucking circle. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I think sometimes he's afraid to shoot, whereas if that's Xhaka in that situation, he would have just laced one. And that's one thing I like about Xhaka. He wasn't afraid to hit one from the edge of the box. And although I didn't like him as captain for Arsenal Football Club, no one did. He was a leader, quite clearly. Like, you had Zinchenko, Jesus, Xhaka. Who else did you have? You had Gabriel to an extent. You had Saliba. You had all of these players in the dressing room for that season when we finished second. Not last season, but the season before. You had all of them players in there. Whereas Moreno, I look at him and go, he's not really a leader. He's just, he's a player that will give you a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, which I don't mind, but we need to build on that. You know what I'm saying? We don't need him to come in big games and fill in. Right? He can come in as a squad player to fill in against the media opponents, like the Crystal Palaces. No disrespect, but if we had a Crystal Palace game at home or Ipswich at home, then Moreno would be a good player to just fill in as a squad player if we had suspensions and injuries. But as a starter, as we're going for league titles, I don't think so.
Yeah, for sure. Yadu says, big up to you every single time, man. He says he's willing to join. He's playing with Odegaard at Madrid, Tomiyasu, and Kubo you're on about.
Real Madrid?
Yeah, I think Kubo was at Kubo was at Madrid in 2020, wasn't he? For a little bit.
Oh shit! Yeah, he was at Real Madrid, wasn't he?
Yeah. So
Yeah, I forgot as well. Erdegaard played at Real Sociedad, so that's another one. I know we didn't sign Erdegaard from Sociedad, but yeah, he was on loan at Real Sociedad before he then joined Arsenal.
yeah. I know this ain't football related, but having a new that's true as well. He's always had a newborn, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he has. But I think the reports are true though. He has been suffering with an illness. So
What Odegaard illness as well?
no, Havertz.
What?
Has he not had a baby as well?
Have they both had a baby?
I
think they
swear
both
he's had a baby as well.
There we go.
Yeah, I heard something about that, but I thought I didn't think you were referring to Erdegaard. Is Tomiyasu fit?
Oh mate.
Yeah.
Definitely Wanyeri, says Julie. Martin Lee scores, so we'll drop him. I don't know. He's got a thing of doing that. I swear.
Yeah, he does. Every time he scores, he gets dropped. I don't understand.
Do you know what it is, Drew? Yeah, I'm such a fraud. I completely forgot to monetize the stream. So I've just monetized it now. What a fraud, man. So yeah, that's why if you guys, you may get some adverts popping up now, guys. I do apologize. I completely forgot to monetize it as well. Partey does the job, but he's wasted it right back. He's so dominant. He's dominant. But as a midfielder, man.
I don't think he's been too bad at right back. And this was my argument with Seb on one of the podcasts. Like he was saying, Partey has not been good as a right back, and I'm like, yeah, he has, but I don't like him there because we all know he's much better as a midfielder. That was my point. Partey's not done too bad as a right back, but that doesn't make him a right back. That was basically my point about Partey being as a right back. He's done okay at right back out of position, but he's much better as a midfielder. It doesn't make me want to see Partey as a right back. So,
is Tomiyasu fit? No, mate, he's not. He played 5 minutes against Southampton, and then he's not been seen since. He bleached his hair as well, so ever since he's done that, I've not seen him really, lads. To be honest,
I mean, I did tell him to get rid of the bleach. Like the moment he went to, I think it was the Asian Cup of Nations, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he had bleached hair. I was like, yeah, bleach your hair back to black ASAP. The moment you come back from the Asian Cup of Nations, you better unbleach it once you come back to Arsenal because, yeah, we all know the inevitable. That you're going to get injured or you're just going to play shit. Because who remember when Saka bleached his hair blonde? And oh my god, he was playing like Marcus Rashford. Same with Ben White. He bleached his hair at one point last season, and he was playing like shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Fuck me, please, just please." Unless if you win a league title, do not bleach your hair.
Like what Freddie Lindbergh did when we won the league. Remember?
Yeah, exactly. That's when you bleach your hair. Not when we're challenging for a league title, because we all know what's going to happen. That December period ruined our season last season, or else we would have probably won the Premier League. 100%. Saka dyeing his hair and bloody Ben White as well. And then Tomiyasu did the same thing in January. And look what's happened now. He's had less appearances than Tierney, or the same number of appearances as Tierney so far this season. How embarrassing, considering one of them was also injured for a long period of time and still has made more appearances than him. Every time we need him, like, the thing is, Tomiyasu would have played.
Yeah, he would have, man.
He would have played at the weekend.
When he's fully fit as well, man. Like, when he's fully fit, I actually rate the guy.
Yeah, I do as well.
I don't think he's
that
bad.
The point is, he never stays fit.
That's the biggest problem with him, man.
Yeah, like he would have played against Newcastle. He would have played against Liverpool as well when we drew 2-2. I know Partey was brilliant in that game, but Tomiyasu would have played at right back. Yeah, I mean, like, who remembers when Tomiyasu pocketed Salah like 2 seasons ago.
That's at left back as well. We played.
Yeah, he was playing left back, so he could have done a job. Like, it's so annoying. I'm trying to think of some other games as well. Which other games did Partey play at right back?
He played. I remember when he played there against. You remember when we lost 1-0 to Forest when we won that black kit?
Yeah, but I'm talking about like this season.
Oh, this season.
Yeah.
He played. Did he not play Champions League at right back? One of the Champions League games.
I think he played. Didn't he play right back against Shakhtar Donetsk?
Yeah, Shakhtar it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Did he play right back against? He didn't play right back against Fulham, did he? I think he might have played right back against Fulham.
Nah, I think we had Timber there. Did we not have Timber right back against Fulham?
Nah, I swear we played Partey right back.
I don't remember. Yeah, he might have actually.
Yeah, Timber. I think I'm right. You know, I think Partey did play at right back because we went Jorginho, Rice, and Erdegaard in midfield.
Against Fulham, yeah.
Yeah, we went Partey right back.
Yeah, but didn't Partey miss a game due to like he had a little knock or something as well? He might have missed.
No, that was West Ham.
Oh, West Ham that was. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go then. There we go.
Yeah, like Tomiyasu could have played in that game as well.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Right, he came on against Everton and played right back as well. That's another game. He played right back, and Tomiyasu could have been vital for that. If you wanted to sub on a right back, Tomiyasu's there for you. Well, yeah, he's not there often, is he? But yeah.
Trossard bench again. Then Mona. Oh yeah, I heard what Arteta said about in his press comments about Trossard moans all the time.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Will Rory be doing any? I meant you better because I tell you, every time he does when we
win. Oh gosh, I don't know. The thing is, right, I don't schedule many plans. Like they kind of all unfold in front of me straight away. Like I don't really have anything planned, and like that's my weakness about myself. I'd say is I'm just terrible at scheduling things. Like, if I have any plans this weekend, someone tells me, right, we're doing this at the weekend. I'm like, really? What did you tell me about that? So I'm just so shit at scheduling things. So I don't even know if there's going to be a watch along this weekend for the Brighton game. Because, A, I'm going to be going to my dad's. Well, I might be anyway. And B, I've left my coat at his. So I have no choice but to go to his, or else I'll be freezing when I go to college next week.
Oh man, Tommy went on holiday to be a super agent for Cooper, and I wonder why we linked with him. Yeah, man's on holiday. Man's actually on holiday. It's crazy. I can see Trossard and Tommy to be sold this summer. They have 1 year left on their contracts. Partey will 100% get an extension. He better get the extension, man.
Yeah. No, I think Trossard. There was rumours about him getting a long-term contract at Arsenal.
Yeah.
There was talk about that.
Just to be a squad player then, because like, what if?
Yeah, I don't mind that.
What if we get a winner in? Yeah, I don't mind that as well. But if we get a winner in, then he's got Martinelli in front of him. He's going to have the new winner in front of him. He's just be a squad player, to be honest.
Well, us as Arsenal fans, well, I really don't mind.
Yeah, I mean,
because this is what you need. You need more options. I want the manager to be scratching his head, going, "Yeah, who do I bring on here? You got Trossard, Martinelli. You
know how good he's off the bench as well, man. Clutch off the bench, isn't he? Trossard?
Yeah, you got another right winger on the bench as well to hopefully supply Saka, right? Not like, oh God, who the fuck do I bring on here because I've fuck all on the bench.
Yeah.
Because it has to be said, right? I think that's another one of the negatives against Brentford. The bench. I mean, we had 4 fucking left backs: Zinchenko, Kiwior, Tierney, and Lewis Skelly. 4 left backs.
We had one attacker on the bench, which was...
We had Trossard on there, but that was about it.
Trossard and that young Cabia guy at 18, winner.
Yeah, a man like Kebab was on the bench. I've never heard of him.
No, neither.
Yeah,
I think
so
people were telling me in the watch on that he played 5 minutes against Bolton or something, and that's where people saw him or play well there. So.
yeah, I think he might have done. I mean, we played so many youngsters in that game. So many
Yeah,
came on, I've lost count, so I probably don't remember it. But yeah, that bench, honestly, needs addressing. And you have Martinelli and Trossard on there, another right winger. I'd say Havertz as well, because you've got another striker hopefully coming in either in January or in the summer. Then that bench is looking, I'd say it's shaping up. But at the moment, it's like that bench you'd see in the park with, bird manure all over it. The branches are hanging over. The homeless guy's probably slept on it. You turn into that bench and thinking, who the fuck do I bring on here?
yeah, yeah.
It's pretty much our bench at the moment. It's just a bench from Hackney Marshes or something.
Yeah,
That's what it is. A bench with, bird discharge all over it. And yeah, oh God, it stinks at the moment. It really does.
yeah, for sure. So let's get into lineups are done there, guys. Let us know your lineups in the chat as well. If you guys agree with us, and there we go. But yeah, let's get into my our score predictions right now. So I've gone goals in this game, people. I've gone with a big prediction here.
Ooh,
I think there'll be some goals because, yeah, as Rory said, I don't see him playing the low block, man. I think they'll give us a game. I think they'll go for the game as
yeah.
well. Will open up for be an open game, and I think there'll be goals for both sides. I kind of think we'll be. It's how. So I've gone this, guys. Yeah, I've gone Brighton 2, Arsenal 3. I've gone 3-2 Arsenal. I feel like we'll score first, then they'll equalise, and then I think we get a second and the third, and then they pull one back. So I'm going to go 3-2 Arsenal. But what about you, Rory? What's your prediction, man?
I'm gonna say, I mean, I've noticed in most of our away games this season that we have conceded first, and it
Yeah,
is,
that's true, to be
yeah,
honest.
it is quite frustrating. Like against Brentford, I was fearing the worst. Like it took me back instantly to Fulham away from home when we conceded inside like 6 minutes. So it's important that we don't concede first in this game because who knows, Brighton could, you know, play differently because every team plays differently against Arsenal, it seems.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they go 1-0 up, we've just given ourselves a mountain to climb. So I'm going to remain optimistic. I'm actually going to say we're going to keep a clean sheet in this game. I'm going to say 2-0. I mean, I could be wrong. I think that could be a huge blunder because Brighton can score goals. But I just think with Brighton's recent form, and I think last night against Brentford, we are capable of obviously scoring goals without Saka, and we can score goals from open play. And I think we will win this game, especially with our recent record against Brighton away from home. So I'm going to say 2-0, but that can easily be a huge blunder that I could regret. But yeah, I am going to say 2-0. I'm going to say Jesus will score again, and I'm going to say Winery this time will score. But any victory will do, because if we win, then we've launched the pressure on Liverpool in their game against Man United on Sunday. I think we'll move, 3 points behind them if we win. So we play before them, which I prefer, by the way, because I
Yeah, we
like the
do
fact.
actually. Yeah. And then if we win,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
we go 3 points. Yeah.
that's huge pressure on Liverpool to deliver at the weekend. How bad Man United are, it is a derby. It's a fierce derby as well. Well, it isn't really a derby, is it? It's a rivalry. It's a huge rivalry, and you just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, Man United, I believe, last season when they went to Liverpool, they drew 0-0.
Yeah, they
It
did.
seems like every time we think Man United are going to get battered by Liverpool, they seem to get a result. So you just never know. and it's important that Arsenal get the job done against Brighton on Saturday, because before we can even focus about Liverpool at the weekend, we've got to do our job. And if we don't, then that Liverpool-Man United game just means nothing.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, 2-0. Let's read the chat. The chat saying Junie's gone with a 3-1 to Arsenal. Back-to-back 3-1s, that'd be good. 2-1 to the Seagulls, says Jack. Yeah, as a Liverpool fan, of course you want that. Yeah, they've gone just a 2-1 to the Arsenal, tight game. Yeah, lots of 2-1s in the chat as well. Julie's just saying, just get the win. Come on, you Gunners.
yeah, just get the win. All I'm asking for.
So, yeah, that is a preview done, people. 3-2, I've gone with Arsenal. We've gone for everything. And, yeah, obviously Saturday, 5:30 kickoff away. Looking forward to it, man. And yeah, guys, content on the channel. Obviously, we'll be back tomorrow. I'll try and do a press conference. Yeah, I think he does his press. No, actually, he might have done it today. You know? Do you know if he's done his press conference today? I think probably tomorrow.
I might have to double check. You know.
Yeah.
I don't even know where my remote's gone. Probably sat on it, but
Let me quickly check. If anyone knows, has he done his press conference today, people? Let us know in the chat.
Where is
Onto
it?
the press conference. Let's see.
There's my remote. Let's see if he's done his press conference.
No, he's done his the pre-Brentford, like post-match Brentford one. That's it.
Yeah.
So I think he does it tomorrow, guys. So yeah, if he does a press conference, I'll do a reaction to that. And then I've got a Brighton fan, pre-recorded opposition preview coming tomorrow with a Brighton fan. And then yeah, that is, and then obviously a transfer show will be in between there as always, guys. So yeah, that's content coming up. And you said Roy, man. I don't know for you, man, because obviously you said you'll be at your dad's for like a watch long. You can't do that.
Well, I don't think I'm going to do a watch long at my dad's because I don't really have the same equipment at my dad's than I do here. So
there we go then.
Yeah, if I'm there, then expect no watch along because, again, like it's very unlikely that I'm going to carry all of this gear to his house. Like, bro, I'm not going to carry my microphone and my PC to his house when his house is pretty much a flat and he's moving to a bungalow, which makes it even better. So
there we go. There we go, man. What about a reaction? Will you do that pre-recorded reaction or something?
Yeah. Again, I might be here though, so there might be a match reaction straight after the game. It was a nightmare to upload my Brentford one, yesterday. So hopefully the upload goes smoothly this time because honestly, it was a nightmare to upload my other one yesterday. But thank God I managed to get it out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so that's content, guys. Tomorrow, and then obviously Saturday we'll be back with Matchday, and then Sunday. Who do we? Oh shit, we got Newcastle on Tuesday, don't we? Yeah, Newcastle.
Yeah, League Cup semi-final.
Oh, that's gonna be a big game, man. Big game, first leg, League Cup.
Yeah, I'm quite nervous going into that one because Newcastle are in good form and they're probably going to start their full-strength team. Although, I think Fabian Schär and Bruno Guimaraes are suspended because they picked up 5 yellow cards.
What for both legs or only one?
For the first leg.
Just for the first leg, yeah.
Yeah, the Emirates. So that could be beneficial to us. But at the same time, we're missing Saka and yeah.
And then who do we play on the weekend after Newcastle?
We play.
Who the shit do we play? Oh wait, no, it's FA Cup, ain't it?
Yeah, it's Man United in the FA Cup.
Oh, FA Cup.
And is it the North London Derby?
Is North London Derby after that? Oh, it might be, you know.
Can't be.
Let's have a look. Arsenal fixtures.
I'm trying to think.
Newcastle Tuesday, Man United 12th. Yeah, North London Derby on Wednesday night. 15th.
So that's our next Premier League game.
And then Villa, good evening at the Emirates on the 18th. Then Champions League's back on the 22nd. Then it's Wolves away. Then Champions League. Then Man City, Newcastle. Oh, mate. So big games coming up, people.
Yeah. January is a tough month.
Really tough month.
Like we've got up to a stage. We've got up to the stage of the season where we're playing everyone twice now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. So yeah, guys, appreciate everyone tuning in to in all the streams today as well. Obviously, we'll be back tomorrow as always, guys. Thanks for all the support shown on the channel. And yeah, man, come on, you Gunners. We're getting out of here. Enjoy the rest of your evenings, people.